I know I said I like tech, but that doesn't mean I'm good at it. I don't know if you guys relate to that. Hi, my name is Andrea. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm unboxing some podcasting goodies and video making goodies, but I wanted to take a sec to introduce myself before we dive in. So my name's Andrea Jones. I'm a social media strategist, and sometimes I like to geek out about tech stuff. So today I'm doing the Shure mic video kit and podcasting kit. Now, caveat, this is my second time recording. The first time I did have a little bit of a blip in the beginning, but here we are today together. All right, so I didn't get very far. I basically took it out like this, so I will do that again for you. Now, I got this when I went to Washington, D.C. for a podcasting conference, and at the conference I spoke about social media, and then outside they had these desks, and this guy from a site called Podcast Outfitters had this kit, and I saw it and I was like, yes, I want this. So right off the top we have the Shure roll-up kit. So it's pretty neat how everything comes in this kit that's all rolled up together, and then the actual mic stand is here, or the videography stand. So the way I would imagine using this is podcasting on the go. So I think this would be a really great way to interview podcasters, a really great way to interview as a video style as well. So here's the tripod, which is very nice. It actually feels quite sturdy. And in our roll-up kit is the rest of our tools. So here is the Shure microphone, and the reason that I got this too is because previously I was using a Rode microphone with the camera that I'm using now, which is the Canon M50, and it went out on me like kaput. So here we go, a new microphone, and this one looks secure. The last one, I had so many issues keeping the foam piece attached. It got disconnected, and now it has this weird clicking noise. Anyways, okay, so there's that. Next up we have our connector here. So this is how we are gonna connect the microphone to the stand here. Actually, I don't know if I think this is for the microphone. It's a little loopy, but I want to make sure before I start putting stuff together. I know I said I like tech, but that doesn't mean I'm good at it. I don't know if you guys relate to that. All right, so this is the piece that connects your phone, and I'm using my phone right now as my remote for this camera, so I can't quite use it as intended just yet, but that's there. And then we have our cables here. So this is the cable. See, it looks like a micro USB cable. Let's open it up. Yeah, so this looks like a mini USB to micro USB cable. And then the second cable here looks like, oh, this is the one to connect to the actual device. So what I was told is the cool thing about this is it does come with an app that helps you kind of edit on the fly, which could be also very nice, and just make sure that everything is sounding beautifully, which as podcasters, that is one thing that we look for. Yeah, so this looks like a micro USB to that, I don't know what the iPhone charging cable's called. Probably have it on here. Lightning cable. Okay, awesome. So basically they've got the Android and the iPhone version. Does look like the newer iPhone connectivity there. So now I'm going to take a second and put it all together. All right, so here's how the finished product looks when it's put together. Again, you put your phone here and the microphone's here. Make sure it's facing the phone. I put it on backwards the first time, so there you go. And then the other caveat about this is that this does not turn sideways. So if you wanted to use this vertically for Instagram stories, for instance, there isn't an easy way to do that, but you can still use, if you have another connectivity option, you could still use that as an alternative. So I've got a lot of these clamps where you can clamp in your phone. It does not, oh, I just discovered that you can make that bigger. Cool. It does not have the capability to add the microphone as well, but if you have another clamp like this, and you could potentially use that for the sideways capabilities for things like Instagram stories or IGTV where you want a vertical video. Otherwise, I think this little gadget, it looks nice. So you just set it down where you want to record and you record away. Oh, I'm really excited to test this out to show you guys what it looks like. Howdy guys, so I am now using the video and audio capabilities with the Shure video kit. And I have to say I quite like that I can see the audio waves on the screen, so that's very nice. The only thing I would say is a little bit of a downside for me is the actual tripod. It's kind of short, so if I were interviewing someone, I actually would likely need to prop it up a little bit higher. Or what I would do is try out maybe a different connection for the phone thing. Anyways, I really like how easy this was to put on. So right when I plugged in the microphone, it prompted me to download the app, and as soon as I opened the app, there wasn't anything complicated about it. They just navigated me to the screen where I could record. I flipped the camera around, so I am using the front-facing camera, and I do have the iPhone 7 Plus. My last caveat for this is if you have a pop socket like I do, you do have to do a little bit of finagling to get it to sit right, or you can just take it off, whatever works for you. Otherwise, I really am going to enjoy testing this out, using this as a recording tool on the go, both for YouTube videos and for my podcast. Thanks so much for joining me here today. Before you go, I want to remind you to check out the Savvy Social Podcast. You can find it wherever you listen to podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, just by searching for Savvy Social Podcast, and I'll put a link to that in the description, as well as everything that I talked about today. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!